Hello students, I am Hasina BV, Assistant Professor Computer Science Department, Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. In this video presentation, we are going to see the topic file manipulations from the 5th unit of Python programming. In the file manipulations, we are going to see what are all the methods are available in Python to do some manipulations. And we can change or access the content from the file. Like we can do the operation on the file positions, and we can rename or delete a file. We can access the directories of the file, or we can change the directories. For all those things, we are having the necessary methods. First, let us see about the file positions. There are two methods are there to access the file positions. They are tell method and seek method. Tell method is used to tell the current position within the file. So normally, after doing any read or write operation, the file positions will be moved on from throughout the characters, isn't it? So after performing any read or write operation, if you want to check the current file position, we can apply the tell method. So we can apply the tell method like this. The syntax is file object dot tell, and we can see the example. Initially we are opening the file and we are keeping the file object as f. Simply we have put f for the file object, and we are reading the file in read mode. After that, we are giving one statement like print f dot tell. Here we want to directly print the return value produced from the method tell. Normally f dot tell means it will return the current file position. So once we have opened the file, we didn't performed any operation on the file, just we have opened the file. So initially the file position will be at the 0th position. Okay, the file position will be at the 0th position. So at the initial stage itself, we are getting the current file position by applying the tell method, and we are printing the answer. Then only we are going to read the content from the file. Again, we are directly printing the values produced by the read operation, print f dot read off. Here, if we don't mention the count value in the read method, means it will read all the characters, all the contents from the file. If we mention the count parameter, count value, based on that the number of characters and the file position from the particular file positions will be read. Here all the contents will be read by the read method, and directly we are printing the return value from the read method. We are getting the contents of the file. Again, after the read method, after applying the read method, again one more time we are going to apply the tell method, print f dot tell off. Now only we are going to check. Now where is the file position now, and the particular corresponding file position will be returned and printed by the print statement, and finally we are closing the file. In the output, initially we will get 0, isn't it? Initially the file position is at 0. Then we are printing the content of the file we are reading, and the content will be printed. As a result of the second tell method, for example, the file position after the tell method, the file position will comes to the end of the file, isn't it? Now the file position will be 73, for example. For example, we are telling the last position is 73. Likewise, we can apply the tell method. Second one is seek method. Seek method is used to change the current file position. So whenever we do read or write operation, the file positions will be changed, moved accordingly. So whenever we want to change the file position, for example, if you want to move the file position to the starting of the file, or whenever the file position reach to the end of the file, again if you want to move the file position to the first. So in that situations, we can move the file positions to some other places by using the seek method. Seek method will have two parameters. First one is offset, second one is from. Offset is the number of bytes to be moved. Okay, the number of characters have to be moved will be indicated in the from parameter. Sorry, offset parameter. So the offset is the number of bytes to be moved. Okay, then the default value, we can also give the default value for the offset parameter. The default value is 0. And from argument will have three options. 0 means it represents the beginning of the file. Okay, from argument will represent three optional values. 0 means it represents the beginning of the file. 1 means represents the current position as reference. 2 means it represents the end of the file. Okay, so based upon the from value we have given while applying the seek method, the positions will be moved in any direction to the particular number of bytes. And we can see the example program in which we are using tell method as well as seek method after reading the files. So in the example program, we are going to access one file called as sample.txt, and the file having the contents problem solving and Python programming. Initially we are opening the file, we are giving the file object as F1. After that we are reading the file like this. So while we are reading, we are giving the count value as 10. str equal to f1.read of 10. Here we are reading the first 10 characters from the file, and we are storing the retrieved characters into the string variable str. Okay, so we have to think initially when we are opening the file position will be at the 0th character, isn't it? Then we have read the first 10th character. We are storing the characters into the string variable str, and we are printing the str. We are printing the content present in the str. Then we are going to apply the tell method like this. Position equal to f1.tell. Here what we are doing is at the right hand side we are applying the tell method so that the tell method will return the current file position and it will be stored into the variable position. So the return value produced from the tell method will be stored into the variable position. Then we are printing the position value. We are printing the value present in the variable position like current file position. Next we are going to apply the seek method like this. Position equal to f1.seek of 0, 0. We are going to apply the seek method f1.seek of 0, 0. Now we are going to move the current file position again to the 0th character. So we have to think, we have to remember we have done one read operation, isn't it? After performing the read operation, the file position have to be moved into the 11th character. We have read up to the 10th character, isn't it? So the file position will be moved into the character into the 10th character. At the end of the file position will be moved to the end of the 10th character now. But by applying the seek method, again we are going to move the file position to the starting of the file. That's why we have applied like this 0, 0. The 0, 0. And the return value produced from the seek method will be stored into the variable position, for which we have applied the statement position equal to f1.seek of 0, 0. Okay, the file position will be moved to the 0th character, that is to the starting of the file, and the return value of the seek method will be stored into the variable position. Again, next one more time we are going to read the file str equal to f1.read of 10. Again we are going to read the first 10 characters. first 10 characters. Now we can imagine the file position is at the starting of the file or the 0th character. So again this read operation will read the first 10 characters, isn't it? It will read the first 10 characters and the return value will be those readout values will be stored into the string variable str, and we are printing the content present in the variable str using the print statement, and we are closing the file. Actually what we did in the program is, initially we have applied one read operation and we are checking the current file position by the tell method. After that we are changing the current file position to the starting of the file. Again we are doing the read operation. Let us see the example output. So as a result of we are having 3 print statements now. As a result of the first print statement, what we will get, the output will be read string is, we are printing the str now. So what will be the content of str? That is the value read from the file. The first 10 characters read from the file will be printed, isn't it? So we will get problem space so. Problem space so. The white space will be taken as 1 character, isn't it? The problem space so. Next, in the next print statement, what we are printing? We are printing the current file position. So now after reading, after completing one read operation, the current file position will be at the 10th character, isn't it? So the character count will be started from the 0. So initially by the first read operation, characters from the 0th position to the 9th position, that is totally 10 characters, isn't it? The characters from the 0th position to the 9th position will be read out, and we have printed that. Now currently the file position will be at the 10th character, isn't it? So we have printed the current file position, it will be 10. Then by the third print statement, so in between that we have changed the file position, we have moved the file position to the starting of the file, and we have printed the output of the read operation. So as a result of the second read operation, again the same 10 characters, that is totally we have read the 10 characters, since the file position is again changed to the 0th position starting of the file. Now also we have got the same 10 characters from the starting, isn't it? As a result of the second read operation, we have got the first 10 characters as the output. Now we are going to see the methods available to perform renaming and delete a file. 2 methods are there, remove method and rename method. Rename method is used to change the name of the file. Okay, the rename method will have 2 arguments. We have to mention the current file name and the new file name. One more thing we have to understand here is, these particular methods are present inside the module OS. So Python having many modules. Modules are the collection of files. Okay, so modules are the libraries, they will have some file collections. So when we access the files, we have to mention the particular module, or when we are using the particular files in the program, initially we have to import the module into our program, then only we can access the underlying methods. So our rename method and delete method or remove methods are coming under the module OS. So we can access the methods by applying as the extension from the OS module. So the syntax will be os.rename of current name comma new file name, current file name comma new file name. Example, when we use it into the program, we have to import the module OS, then only we can apply the rename method as os.rename of, we have given the file names as example. Okay, first one is the new file name. We want to change the file into the new file name. Second one is the first one is the current file name, that is previous old file name, and the second parameter is the new file name we want to change. Okay, and the second method, remove method, it is used to delete a file. Okay, it has single argument, that is just we want to mention the name of the file. This file also present inside the OS module. So before applying the method, we have to import the module OS into our program. After that we can apply the method. So simply we have to mention the name of the file we want to delete. Third one is directories in Python. So all files are contained within the directories. Okay, the OS module have several methods to create, remove and change directories. So actually the directories are storage organization, storage hierarchy on which different files are present in our Python software. Okay, there are many methods are there. Methods are present under the module OS. These methods allows to make various operations on the directories. Like mkdir method is there. It is used to create the directory. Okay, so we have to apply this particular method as the extension of OS module. Okay, then chdir method is used to change the directory. Then get cwd, this method is used to display the current directory. Okay, then rmdir method, it is used to remove the directory. So many directories are there. Then we can move to the another one concept used while performing the file operations, that is the usage of format operator. We are going to see the usage of format operator. Here we all know the file methods like open, read methods, the argument should be the string, isn't it? The arguments of the file write operation should be string. So if we want to put other values other than string, we can't directly apply other data types into the string, into the write operation. We have to convert them into the string. For example, if you want to write one integer value, for example 5, into the particular file, means we can't apply the value, integer value, directly inside the write method as the argument. So if we give this direct integer value inside the write method, means it will produce the type error since 5 is not a string. So in such situation we have to convert the integer value into the string data type. This can be possible by using the method str. So str is the method which is used to convert the integer variable into the string variable. So we can apply the str method to change it inside the write method. Another one possible option is we can use the format operator. Format operator is nothing but the percentage operator. Okay, so which is used to format the sequences. Which is used to format the sequences inside some particular methods. Okay, we can see the example. var equal to 8. We are assigning an integer value to the variable var. The name of the variable is var, and we are going to print the value of the variable using the print statement. The value is %d. The value is %d. Okay, so we are going to print the value of the variable var. Okay, so %d is the format string. %d is the format string which will be substituted by the following variable. After that we have to mention the variable the value of that variable will be printed in the place of %d. So the %d is present inside the string argument of the print method. The content we are giving inside the double quotes, it is a string, no? So for that only we are giving the thing inside the quotes. Okay, but the %d is the format operator which will be substituted by the variable following that. So, but the content of the variable is actually the integer, isn't it? The content of the variable is actually integer. So to make it to suitable for the string, we have to apply the format operator %. Okay, so only we have applied the % operator along with the variable name, integer variable name var. Now it is okay. It will be formatted to the string. Now we will get the output. The value is 8. Okay, so to format other data types into the string type, we have to use this format sequences. Okay, there are many format strings are there for different data types, like signed integer decimal. We will use %d is there, %i is used for signed integer decimal, then %o, unsigned octal, %u, %x. Many different format strings are supported by the Python, which can be used in necessary places. Now we can see the possible university questions in this topic. First one is state and explain the methods to manipulate the files. Here we can explain the file usage of remove and rename files, and what is the need of format operator. So we have to show the use of format operator with proper examples. Okay, students, thank you all.